Hi there folks, today we're checking out the FeiyuTech G6 Plus. Let's do this. Hi there folks, and welcome back to Novum Verum. Today we're looking at the FeiyuTech G6 Plus 3-axis stabilized handheld gimbal for cameras. This is actually the second one I've gotten. So the first one unfortunately was a lemon. It would not power on even though the battery was fully charged. Anyways, long story short, I had to go send that one back and they sent me a new one. So here we are. FYI, this was wrapped, which was great. This is a wrapping from the seller, actually. So, which is always nice. Let's crack her open. Now, I got this on sale. I believe regular price it's $229, and I got it on sale for $192. So that's always a bonus. Nice case here. Awesome. So here we have, that is the extension arm. Oh, there's something in here. Microfiber cloth. Some literature. And a letter. Hello. And quick start guide and tutorial. There we go. And there she is. Put up. Here's the battery. The battery is 5,000 milliamps per hour, 3.6 volt. This is the accessories. That's an action camera adapter. Ooh, stuff falling out. And we have a micro USB charging cable. That's the other piece to the action camera. And two lock nuts. Awesome. Oh. And this, I believe, is the phone adapter. Yeah. If it would only open up. And I can show you guys. When I'm on this side, will it open up on this side? Yeah, man. Whoever designed this box was really precise in the size of what it was gonna contain. There you go. And there we have it. There is only one mounting screw here, so it would have to be a lateral position. Like so. Awesome. Alright. So I'm not going to be using that because I will be putting my camera on this thing. Let's pull her out. this actually looks, I know this might sound weird, but this looks different than the first one I got, because this is a more black finish. I think the other one was a little bit more silvery, or dark gray. But I'm gonna get her charged up and set her all up. Give me a moment, guys. All right, folks, I have my camera installed onto the FeiyuTech G6 Plus, and I have it all mounted onto my tripod. I do apologize about the lighting. Unfortunately, this is the only space I could find with a big enough mirror so I can do this demonstration. Quick note, in order for you to install your camera, you have to have the G6 Plus turned off, and you have to manually balance everything out. Now, one thing that I figured out that I needed to do was actually have the lens extended, and have all the little peripherals. So in this case, my Moment C2 wireless microphone system attached to it. And I had to have the lens again extended, just so that when I'm balancing everything out, when I turn on the camera, there will be less movement and less chance of things like, going askew. Now, when I was doing this, I actually did not have my screen open. And the reason for that is because with the screen open, I couldn't balance it out manually. So what I did, I set everything up with the screen closed. And once I was able to power up the G6 Plus, and everything, the motors are running, everything's locked in place, that's when I'm able to open up the screen, which is extremely helpful, especially when you're doing those selfie shots and whatnot. So just keep a note of those. I had to figure it out all on my own, so I'd rather you not have to go through that trouble. So there's a lot of functionality to this gimbal. I actually really like everything about it, from the build quality to the functionality and the multiple buttons. They have a multi-function button on here, which is the on and off button, but it also sets the mode. So you can click it 1, 2, 3, 4 times in order to, and each one is defaulted to a certain mode. So there is a lock mode, which will, whichever angle you set it at, it'll stay to that once it's locked in, and it will not deviate from that. There's the auto follow mode, which obviously will try to keep your subject within the frame, any which way you move. There's the panoramic pan and scan one, and the selfie function. So those are great modes. I will demonstrate for you in just a moment, but what I really want to show you guys real quick is the app. This app is actually very, very surprising because of its responsiveness. I was totally blown away because most remotes don't necessarily work as well as this has. Even the app that I have for my Fujifilm camera doesn't, there's still a noticeable lag between the press and the actual activation. So I'm actually very, very impressed with this. So I'll just show you real quick. I'm gonna pan and scan real quick. Boop, boop, up and down. And even yaw, it goes this way and that way. Pretty cool, right? There is a reset button on here to the top right of the virtual joystick. This joystick is actually on here as well, so that's pretty cool. But if you noticed, when I press the reset button, it actually doesn't go directly to its original position. I'm guessing it's just because this is not as accurate as it can be. Simply because it's trying to pack so much into this small unit that's not able to do those things as accurately as you would hope. But it does get it back to the general area or the general position that it was at the beginning. One thing real quick that I want to mention as well. So there's this knob right here on the side, and there's a button here on the front, like a trigger button, and there's a button on the side over here. There's also a start and stop record button just below the multifunction button. I can't use any of these, and that's because those will only function if I have a compatible camera, and unfortunately Fujifilm is not one of the brands that the FeiyuTech G6 Plus is compatible with. Sony, Panasonic, GoPro, and Canon, as well as a couple of brands I'm not familiar with, they have compatibility. I'm not sure if it's across their line of cameras, but it does state here that those particular brands are compatible. And then you'd be able to, use the knob to zoom in and out, to maybe even change filters, to take pictures, record. These would be great if I was able to access them, but unfortunately I can't because I have a Fujifilm. Sorry. But it would have been nice to be able to demonstrate that. I'm just gonna set my phone aside real quick, but I just want to show you the selfie mode. So as I mentioned, the multifunction mode on here, it's pretty cool because you can designate what modes you want it to be at what click. So there are defaults, like right now I believe the selfie mode is on 3 clicks. So let me try that real quick. And boom, it just swings around to go into selfie mode. I think that's really great, but also depend, like I said, you can program it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 clicks, you can designate which ones you want. So I would think that most people will use the selfie mode as well as the auto follow mode, and I would set that at 1 and 2 clicks. Just a thought. That's the way I would do it anyways. But I want to show you guys the auto follow mode real quick. The reason being is that there is some hesitation to this, so I'm just gonna pan real quick. It tries to keep me in the frame, but only if I move slowly. So if I speed up any more, it'll actually like skip and then slowly pan back to try to keep the subject in the frame. I've found a way to like kind of coax it, and that's by twisting my wrist, twisting the bar itself to get it to move to the direction that I need to. But obviously, as you can see, it's getting jerky. But yeah, that's just one unfortunate thing that I discovered, that it's not able to keep your subject in frame or centered in frame. It does do a decent job of keeping you within that frame. But anyhow, I'm gonna wrap this up, take this back upstairs, and we'll do the postmortem. Thanks a lot, guys. Give me a moment. All right, folks, it's postmortem time for the FeiyuTech G6 Plus. Unfortunately, due to the limitations this imposes on me, I have to pass on it. And obviously, I'm referring to its incompatibility with Fujifilm cameras. It's more than disappointing, because I actually like the build quality of this piece of equipment, but it doesn't give me access to the functions, the essential functions that I need in order for me to do what I need to do. Focusing, zooming in and out, taking a picture, starting and stopping a recording. These are things that I need, and I can't do it using this gimbal, unfortunately. but it has that functionality, and that's what I find so great about it, and what makes it even doubly disappointing, you know. But overall, I think it's a great gimbal for the money. That I paid $192 for it, Canadian, and it was on sale. I think it regular retails for $239 Canadian. But still, I think it would be worth it if you had a GoPro, a Sony, a Panasonic, or a Canon camera, because those are the only ones that it's compatible with, and you're able to use all those functions. But yeah, sad to see it go. But this is actually the second one that I got. This is the replacement, because the first one I had ordered turned out to be a lemon. So I sent it back and they sent me another one. But I had already ordered a different one to try. And it's actually just behind me over here, charging up. So I'm going to jump into that real quick. Maybe tomorrow I'll start on it. But thank you so much for watching. Keep an eye out for that next gimbal that I'll be featuring. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.